So when you have those conversations, I'm sure you're dealing with it. That's when the objections come, and you're doing it over the phone, right?
Yep.
So how do you handle? Boy, this is a pretty pricey project. I thought it was going to be X. So how do you handle that situation?
So in the initial meeting, I'm letting them know we're not going to be the cheapest. They typically ask, what do you think my roof's going to cost? And I let them know my average ticket price. I never give them a cost of what their roof is going to be.
Right.
So at least gives them a ballpark if they ask.
They have some expectation what's coming.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. So what are some objections you get? How about the other? Oh, no, I think I need to get a couple more bids. So.
I get that almost every day.
Sure.
And I say, you don't know the right roofer unless you talk to the wrong one. So we don't encourage them to get other bids, but once they do get other bids, it's a very stark difference between our company and our competition.
Right. So you said you guys were kind of guilty of it in the early days too, right?
Exactly. Yep.
I'm sure you also deal with, hey, I already have 2 or 3 bids, right?
Yep.
And do you ask to see those when you're at the house?
So we have that apples to apples guarantee. So once I know or they tell me they're getting other bids, I remind them about our apples to apples guarantee. And then once I can get that quote emailed to me, it's, I'm not going to say it's easy, but I've got a process of being able to kind of work through other companies' bids to let them know these are the differences that you're working with.
Do you get a lot of, everything's online now.
Yep.
Like a lot of our HVAC people or all the trades. This water heater costs this. Why are you so expensive? I did research. Shingles cost this. Why are you this expensive?
Yeah, I don't get as much as you would think. I just drive back to the service piece of our company, and that you're not going to find that with anybody else. Like a truck and a truck can show up and do the job. They're not going to be able to do it in a day. The communication is not going to be the same. And so just kind of falling back on those, the values that we are creating.
So you said you'll just keep following up, but about once a week or so, like that?
I'm feeling it out, but once a week to once every 2 weeks.
So how do you decide whether to text somebody or call?
I always call. I always call first, and then if they don't answer, I'm always leaving a message, and then in the message, I'm like, I'm going to shoot you a text because sometimes it's a little bit easier to respond to. And then
saved, so I know I don't answer stuff.
Exactly. And so once I started doing that, my return call rate definitely increased.
Okay, very good. Now, are you able to discount much if someone's really pushing hard against you?
Yeah, so we've got some wiggle room. And so once I get the apples to apples guarantee, if they can give me another proposal, I can usually drop the price a little bit. And that usually, if they want to go with us, that's enough to kind of get them across the finish line.